Well, that's not working. I mean, it's fine, I guess. It's fine, but not what I'm looking for. Maybe so, and then I can collect this. Yeah, that works. Um, uh, hmm. Okay, is this working?
Okay, is this working? Okay, is this working?
Yep, we are fine. That's nice. Dum, dum. Oh, that's still a thing. Uh, I don't know. That's not really it. What can I do against that? I don't know. Probably nothing. Mm,
Bro, what a day we're having. Falco with the 250 to start us off. Let's
yes,
go, brother. Let's go. Let's
sir.
go. Fawad is here. We got everyone here nice and quick. Chat, we're here early. We're here six
What?
minutes early. So I can show you guys my sheer
That's
dedication
interesting.
to watch
Oh,
partying this stream, to watch partying this event.
huh.
So,
But
yeah,
it's fine, I
here I am.
guess. The only problem is I
I'm
don't
here.
hear
I'm ready.
anything.
We're starting off today with a bang. You're excited for today's stream? So am I. So I got, you know what I'm going to open? Hold up, just in case, because I don't know what the fook is in my browser. Let's see. We got Twitter, YouTube, analytics, Google
Oh,
Stock, Fantasy Football, Matcherino, Twitch, Brawl Liquipedia, and my Gmail inbox. Okay, everything was safe all along. Everything was safe all along. But all right, we back.
okay, yeah,
We're
that
gonna.
works.
God damn. Were you first? No, the 24 hours tomorrow. But so we're gonna have a bunch of tabs open. This is obviously gonna be one of them to keep us updated on all the match scores and the groups and
Help,
stuff like that. I got the
help.
Twitter open, but my Twitter is kind of like
Huh.
my Twitter is kind of flooded with like everything that's not Brawl, so I'm sure we're not gonna be on Twitter too much.
Yeah, I
And
don't know.
obviously we
That
got the
doesn't
stream
work.
open. So Merc with the $5, I appreciate that, Merc. Like the stream facts. We want this is one of the few streams a year where we're gonna be here for hours and hours and hours.
Yes,
I want
sir.
as many likes as possible, as many 4 more minutes until the show starts. Yo, I'm excited. I can't lie. I'm excited. I am very,
Yeah.
very excited, bro. Keaton with the $2, dude. Facts. Yankees lose, dude. Screw them. Deadass screw them. Deadass screw them, bro. I appreciate the $2. Thank you. Hope all is well with you. Bradley with the $50. God damn.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah, that
sir.
works.
Brad Lee, bro. We starting off hot today. Thank you for the 50. I appreciate it, bro. Feed Sands. Dude, that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Oh my god, Bradley. Bradley, it's even in the title, bro. It's even in the title. It's even in the title, Bradley. It's even in the title. No. Do you want me to refund it and you could save it for tomorrow? You want me to do that for you? You want me to do that for you? You want me to do that for you? I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. I could do that.
BBS.
Nah, are you sure? Are you sure? You don't have to be nice here. Like, if you wanted it for that, like, all right. If you want to, I'll dead ass refund it, bro. You know I love you, Bradley. Like, I would not take that personal whatsoever, bro. You know I got you if you want to. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit on this screen because I feel so weirded out. No, okay. I'm just making sure, brother. I'm just making sure. I love you, bro. I love you. Just making sure. All right, I got my breakfast beside me.
W Bobby, I
Big, yo,
guess.
shout out Brad though. Brad's like an actual freaking unit, bro. Brad is an actual freaking unit. So can we get some W's in the chat for Brad? We got our, original people in here, the people that always get in here during, the start of the stream. So we got the real ones in here. Bradley, I appreciate it. You are seen all throughout the stream as always, bro. I love you. Dude, this guy's just sneaking in the high Bobby in the chat. So love you, Brad. I appreciate it. Big Brad, bro. Big W Brad as always. Pin a message saying tomorrow is my 24-hour. Your title cuts off on mobile, so people are gonna be confused. Okay, I got that. My 24-hour is tomorrow, not today. Okay. Easy pin. Easy pin. All right, we got 1 minute and 42 seconds left. You guys might see my name in the top left with that profile picture. I think we are going to be VCing today with Ducky and Vegeta and potentially Sans, potentially Kino, potentially Steel, potentially Lukey, while we're watching. So yeah, I don't know. That's why that's there. If you guys, just haven't noticed that. Vivian with the membership, 7 months. You can get behind this new stream time. Dude, it's early, man. What's up, Nathan? How you being, bro? How you been? How's everything? Vivian, love you, bro. Appreciate it. But yeah, so we just chilling. We're doing our thing.
What's
I did see
doing
$5. Check out for watch the Cubs on
10 Canadian dollars.
And
wow.
Gamus with the 5, you're welcome. That was very wise of you. I appreciate it, Gamus. As always, much love to you. Thank you for making everything better in the streams. God. All right, but yeah, so what? We got 40 seconds left till this starts. Like I was saying, though, before I got... Damn! God, I can't get these words out of my mouth, bro. I actually can't get these words out of my mouth without just a fat-ass donation, bro. Glenn with the $50 time zone difference. His ass couldn't join streams as much these days, dude. I know, it actually kills me. It actually kills me that you're not in the stream now that you moved back. Like, I actually genuinely get so sad. But yo, I appreciate the DMs that you send, and like we got each other on Instagram now, so we be sending each other like memes and shit. Like I really do view people who are in my stream. It's starting, by the way. I really do view people that are in my stream often and like are supporters for a while. Like they're not my they're my friends. Like they're my homies. So like I'm glad we could still be talking. I'm glad we're still friends on Instagram and stuff like that. You like the reels? No, the reels are fire, bro. And all that. But thank you for the donation, bro. Much love as always. And even if you're not here all the time, I know you still got me and I got you. So thank you very much. But like I was saying, there are very few streams that are like this. So we must acknowledge the greatness that we have. We're waiting for them to start. All good. I have my breakfast beside me. I have a bowl of yogurt. Again, I recently had yogurt on stream. I got some cookies, some crackers, just like a light breakfast so I don't have to shat myself on stream. But yeah, like I'm prepared, bro. I'm mentally prepared. I am physically prepared. I mean, that's light, bro. It's yogurt and cookies. Like that's a light breakfast.
Yeah,
it's a light breakfast.
mean,
Usually
I don't have
toast,
to talk
bacon,
that's not
eggs,
watching.
just all this stuff. That's light, bro. That's light. That's light. I guess we'll still wait. All good. I guess we can sit here and wait. It's all good. It's all good. Cookies? Not like cookies. They're actually... I got my face cam here. So I'm going to show you guys this real quick. Yo! Holy shit! Holy shit! Gamus with another $50. Chat, can we please get like some W spam for the crazy ass donations
How much
we're
this
already
guy
getting, bro? Holy
donated?
shit. Gamus with the 50. We aren't friends. You're my little furry. What? 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 Dude, Unk is wildin'. Yo, Unk is going crazy. Unk is actually wildin', bro. Holy dudes. Maybe refrain from the W's. Yo, I appreciate the 50, but like, Uncle's going crazy, bro. Uncle's actually going crazy. What in the world is he saying? Anyways, guys, take a look at this. Take a look at this. I'm turning on the face cam for a sec to show you guys this. I got
my
these
goodness.
cookies, okay? But can you guys read what they say on them? They literally say gluten-free on the cookie. They are literally, Chino, take a look at this. I've not brought this one time. They're literally gluten-free cookies, bro. Like dead ass. It started. Oh, hold up, Uncle. Hold up, Uncle.
This poor guy.
Dude, you freaking liar. You freaking liar, bro. It's dude, I am refreshing. God, bro. That's how we win worlds, dead ass, bro. That is how we don't get sent to the toilet, bro.
Bro, are there no mods? Like what?
Bruh. Started
What?
for you? No, I'm actually raging. Wait, time out. I'm gonna hide my window. I'm gonna try opening it on Twitch and see what happens. Chat, I open OBS and I see Miss Piggy. Hello?
Help
Miss
me,
Piggy.
jump scare.
What's up, Wee? Is it working here? Wait, let me click semantic stream.
Tell us your story.
Why is Kim Kardashian on this ad? Yo, it started. What the shit?
Oh, that's the jump scare.
What the shit? Okay, I am. Oh shit. All right, we're back. We're back. Wait, I think YouTube's behind. Wait. I'm going on Twitch. Are they even streaming on
Help me,
Twitch? All
chums.
stars. They are.
Help me, chums.
What's up, Jose? Okay, Twitch is ahead. I'm watching it here.
But I can't just watch someone else's stream, I guess. So, what the fuck? Why can't I watch my own stream? Anyways. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Yeah, that sounds good. Awesome. Yeah, that's working.
Tá começando agora! Faz a bowler do seu brawler favorito!
Yeah, two electros.
Boa! Foi bom demais, moleque! É isso! Quem é o próximo? Pra finalizar em grande estilo! Você? Também, vai! Vamos lá! Fazer a contagem aqui, ó! No 3, 2, 1! Faz a pose!
Oh, wait.
Depois a produção vai falar com vocês que fizeram a...
Okay, so that's... Aha!
2/3 Brazilian team here on site.
So they have... different streams.
Here with the home crowd supporting them. This is a really stacked roster. I've got to come out and say it, and on home turf especially, a massive boost to them. For Jubilee, for Loco, for Derp, this is their chance to shine. Jubilee, of course, no stranger to LCQs in that regard, or Loco, going back to the 2023 LCQ with Datos FA, but for Jubilee last year, for esports, they had a fantastic LCQ run, knocking out Tribe Gaming along the way.
Then we move over to Team Electros. This is just one of the key stories of this entire tournament. Team Electros is a team that barely even made it here, of course. They made it through due to sort of a snafu with Elevate, and Rafiki is going to be the only real remaining member of that original squad at the beginning of the year, as Livy joined mid-season and Diego Gamer is to fill those shoes of Bilal.
It's such an interesting team we're looking at here. A bit of a mix-up, and I feel like they still can stand strong on that stage. Is Livy the only one with some LAN experience, though? He has the most of all 6 players on stage, though, with 8 LANs under his belt already. And now we have a little look here again. On the left-hand side, we have this BC Gaming roster. They represent Brazil. They're playing on their home turf. This could very well mean they have a good chance to win today.
I feel like, again, it is going to be that 4th player for the team. It really is. I think that the crowd is going to really spur them on. Again, a very advanced team in that respect. Got great credentials under their belt. Dirt being the newer player in that regard. A bit less experience, but nonetheless, I feel like, as long as you're able to embrace that energy and bring forwards into your gameplay, that's going to go a long, long way here.
Definitely 2 players here that we want to keep an eye out for. Derp on the one side. This is going to be his first LAN showing, his first BSC appearance here at the LCQ in Brazil, in Sao Paulo. And then on the other side, again, Rafiki. We're seeing here they did not really think they would be making it into LCQ. They did not have as much prep time as other teams ready. Do you feel like they're still going to be ready for today?
I don't think people are ready for what Team Electros is going to be bringing to the table. I think that there's been very limited time to get this team to mesh as a roster, but even still, they're great individual players. Rafiki and his Libya have had plenty of time to deepen those synergetic connections, and then you also have Diego Gamer coming in from a World Finals qualifying roster.
And we don't want to beat around the bush much longer. We are ready for our teams. We want to see those very skilled brawlers on stage. So let's welcome them to stage right now.
Yeah, finally. Dum, 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 dum.
And now it's the time to introduce our teams. Representing Brazil with focus and determination, ready to show their strength. The other teams, the underdogs here to electrify the games. Please welcome the stage, BC Game and G
They're entering the stage and the cage that we built around those 2, ready for the cage fight. And yeah, especially Derp here.
Go to E.
He looks a little nervous, but he's still ready to throw down.
Nervous is definitely like on brand because this is his first ever postseason ever. This is his first LAN ever for the guy. But he is a standout player from this roster. The other 2 have, been in international competitions before, usually actually going out in the early rounds. It's time for Dirk to prove himself. This is his first chance. This is how he's going to establish his reputation.
And on the other side, we have Team Electros again. Also here, the Unk as Livy that brings in the experience. What do you feel like has been his last words to his teammates?
Okay, I'm hyped right
I think
now.
one of leadership. I think when you look at Livy's journey this year, it's been one that he's really had to battle through, starting the year, of course, with the elevated roster with Frank Collins and Zar, and then that disbanded, leaving him with no team after starting the year, being dropped from Tribe Gaming. A really, really tough position to find himself in to get to this place at all. And now, a real opportunity. I think that they've got a very strong squad. It's just have they had the time to really come together as that unit.
We see many people in the crowd rooting for BC Gaming. Makes sense since we have 2 out of 3 Brazilian players here in this roster. Team Electros there has our votes in the predictions. We all said they're going to take it. Why?
It's been kind of a split decision, and this is one of the harder matches to call. Here's what I think. I mentioned that I think there are teams that belong here at LCQ. They're just outside of what's World Finals worthy, and then you have others that are on the come-up. And I think Team Electros is very much one of those teams for which Last Chance Qualifier is just a stepping stone to an eventual World Finals. The only caveat is that they're not here in full force with their original squad. Ducky's missing from the beginning of the year. You've also got Diego Gamer filling in for Bilal, so it's going to be tough, but I think they just might be able to eke out a victory.
We're looking at the maps here. BC, of course, with the crowd rooting for them. We're filling up those seats like it's nothing. You can certainly also hear the crowd in the back. And Team Electro's on the other side. Two players that have never played at a LAN event. Diego Gamer would have had the chance, of course, with his previous roster Elevate at Brawl Cup. Unfortunately, he couldn't join due to visa issues. Now, though, he looks like he's not even that nervous. He's ready. And I read in an interview with LCQ that he feels like Diego might even like the crowd. He might even use it to his advantage.
And I met his parents, and they're lovely, lovely people. A very, very polite guy, and I just love to see someone like him who's just worked so hard and achieved so much this year get another chance to qualify for a second time to the World Finals. Let's be honest and not avoid the elephant in the room. I think as well, you know, when you consider the fact that, you know, as Livy had to knock out his former teammates of Pioneers in that August monthly finals to earn enough points to solidify himself for the LCQ. There's so much story, so much backstory to this roster, and I just feel like they just are a team so deserving of a World Finals placement.
I think we couldn't have chosen this very first match to kick off the LCQ today better, because those teams both have had some up and downs this year. Both of those teams have had some roster switches. Jubileo joining the roster also mid-season because Doritos drops out on the side of BC Gaming. He has been a great addition as Lily as well, though, so I really couldn't tell you how this is going to go down. I do feel like Team Electros has the edge here, but it's, yeah, honestly, like a 51 to 49%.
A really, really close one for sure. Just on the note of Team Electros, how difficult it was for them to make here. It felt like they were fighting some like supernatural forces just to make it to the stage because of so many setbacks over the course of the season. We've made mention numerous times of how, you know, they're not here with the original squad, but, you know, somehow the Brawl gods are at play. Diego Gamer eventually makes a land, though in an untraditional way. Yeah. There's so much at play here for Team Electros. I really, really am looking forward to seeing them play.
It's always nice anyway to have South versus North America. Who's going to be the true America, you know? The players are getting ready. We're just waiting for them to be seated. Electro starts into this as 5th seed from NA, BC Gaming 3rd seed from SA. It should technically mean they take it, no? 3rd seed beats 5th.
It's so hard to tell when it comes down to being on the world stage, doesn't it? And how those regions are going to compare. I think one thing for me, for BC Gaming, was their key match versus Alpha 7 Esports in August, where they were just 3 points ahead of Casa Brawl at the time. So winning the match and securing it in the indirect fashion for Casa Brawl, I think that made a massive difference in sort of how that South American team prospect that the LCQ was going to take form. And in regards to that as well, Brabo, who was playing Alpha 7, has now joined BC Gaming as their coach. So I think that speaks volumes for this region and how close-knit it really is.
Well, I think there is definitely some unity around. We want to see our region do well on the international stage. And in previous years, of course, we have had to wave goodbye to some of those world spots for South America just because they haven't really shown up and done that well at the World Finals. So if it's got to be anyone, I'm looking at BC Gaming. They're top 4 in their region. I would honestly say aggressively top 4, unfortunately, because every single time they face Loud or SKC, with one exception in March, which was a weird one, they did manage to take a victory there. But besides that, they've always been top 4, haven't really managed to take down the front runners in their own region.
Teams are just discussing the draft. One thing that players have said time and time again this year is just how influential that draft really is. We're seeing across the board, across the regions, Pro Draft has really started to shine, and I think that that is a real difference maker here. Star Dragon, for me, on Toxic Lotus, for example, is a prime candidate to take that #1 spot as far as drafts are concerned. I think many reasons why Toxic Lotus have really been able to keep up with the heat across the regions and have been able to demonstrate and prove their worth at Brawl Cup. The question is now, how are teams that are maybe less than known in that regard going to be able to fare against the very best? Because draft is what it all comes down to.
At least they have some time now to get ready for their very first match here live on stage. Some of the matches we heard are going to be played behind the scenes. We're going to see those teams later out here as well. But of course, for those two teams now, they can already experience the crowd, and it's quite full in here. So I hope they take some of this energy from the crowd also and put it into their fingers and make sure that they get a good draft done here and also play for their lives. At last, this is their very last shot at the World Final entrance.
It is very true. There's only one match that you can afford to lose, and it is here in the group stage. But if you go ahead and win this very first match, then you're through. You don't have to play a second match for the day. You can go ahead and start preparing for your winner bracket. And if you make it through there, then you've only got one match to prepare for that day. It is such a huge advantage to go ahead and win the first match in the group stage. It's undoubtedly what both teams are aiming for, not really willing to be taken down in this one, have maybe an easier match there in the lower part of the GSL bracket.
I hope our sound man is really prepared for this because it's getting heated already in the crowd. You can see everyone coming out to show their support. It's just such a buzz here in the arena, and it makes an LCQ such a magical part of the Brawl Esports journey. For me, it's my favorite event of the year, so I'm really looking to see it all. Some upsets, some fantastic Brawl stars, no doubt about that. And unfortunately, we're going to be saying goodbye to some teams along the way, but for those that will be victorious, a World Finals golden ticket is what it's all about.
We're giving the players a couple more seconds to calm their nerves and to get ready for this first match, the kickoff for the LCQ. Gonna see you in a couple minutes.
Trick or treat! Oh, this place gives me the creeps.
Nothing to fear if I'm here, m'lady.
Maybe we should have gone to the lava swamp.
Trick or treat!
Well, what will it be then?
Trick!
Oh, I have boo-boo tricks for you. Say hello to my friends on the other side.
That's not good! Oops.
Lascou agora.
Lascou nada. Vai que dá. Calma aí. Tá com o pai.
Mano, vocês são muito ruins, velho. Muito ruim.
Não fala assim do Lucão. E tu, Raíssa, o que tu já ganhou por acaso?
Nada. Não, gente, mas agora falando sério, a gente precisa de alguma coisa diferente.
Pera, Dani, e se tivesse um Brawler BR? Ah, já sei. Tipo uma capivara fazendo brigadeiro. Não.
Não. Um negócio mais com o nosso jeitinho, nosso gingado, assim. Eu acho que a gente precisa de uma mina da hora.
E aí, Toquinha? Mete o play, olha. Ih, perdeu, Playboy. Toma essa!
Mano, a mina é muito massa, velho. Tá legal esse vídeo. Gostei. Corta.
Bem-vindos and welcome back to the LCQ. I hope you took this chance to lock in your predictions. Head over to event.brawlstars.com if you haven't yet. Also grab some snacks and drinks. This first one is already going to be a banger.
It's going to be so exciting. We'll get to see what one of South America's top teams does versus a North American team that really only started to show up in the second half of the season and only barely scraped by to get here because, well, one of their companion teams was disqualified from the World Finals.
There you can see 79% in favor of BT Gaming, the home squad in this region. 21% for Electros. I think it's very skewed. I think that Electros have better towards a 55-45 in my opinion, but nonetheless, it's what we come to expect being in home turf.
The home squad definitely came through here for BC Gaming. Let's see if they can actually take this one. I also want to see if we do have Mina or Ollie open, at least at some point today. They're both playing out. And this one, Lumi's going to be the first pick. In Pinhole Punt, you really just want mid control. Maybe then, when you get a takedown, you can score.
I'm looking at some of these bans, and look at the story that it tells. BC Gaming getting rid of some of those optimal first picks for Team Electros. You can see that Team Electros really actually wanted that Ollie because they went ahead and banned Buster. They pick up that Lumi because it's going to be a super solid mid. Makes it a pretty miserable matchup for anyone to play. She's going to throw down those maces and then let them sit there, right? Let the frozen areas simmer in case anyone marches forward. But here comes the Otis. This guy got a major buff recently.
It's coming to the meta massively slow because of Bonnie, and being able to mute her out upon that landing is going to be quite influential here as well. I think Finks here could be a fantastic brawler idea too if Team Electros want to consider going with something along those lines. Kenji as well, very aggressive in that regard. Going to be a Gus. That could be quite nicely actually combined with a Kenji as well. So I wonder, and it's going to be that very thing. I love that for Team Electros.
Super aggressive comp here for the side of Electros. They have some range with Gus and Lumi to take care of that mid-control. Kenji with a bubble from Gus will be able to just go ahead and to make some space for his team. Now, BC Gaming, I would like to see something with a bit more range as well. Bonnie, of course, brings it, but she's also going to be a target, an easy one for Gus to farm.
Looking at some of these matchups, I think like a Cordelius could sneak in here. Hank is going to be the way to go. Okay, so very, can shoot through those walls, which is really the important thing that I was thinking about over here. Play around some of those lanes. So we'll see what Hank is able to do here. Undoubtedly, if we go to overtime, then that super is going to be absolutely massive. Not only that, but if Kenji gets right on top of him, that is bad business. You don't want to get hit by every single one of those fish torpedoes.
It's a great time for that final pick as well. Of course, it's a brawler, which has been really coming into the meta strong, and that Hank is now going to have a bit of a better time amongst things. I love this Electros comp though. I think Lumi, especially being that first pick brawler, it's still in such a devastating place. We saw it so little of her at the Brawl Cup, and I think it's going to be a brawler which could be that first pick now that Otis, brawlers like Mina are so strong in the meta.
Well, here comes the first push in from Team Electros. It's Rafiki to get in. Loco needs to be denied that super. Rafiki bounces off the wall. Is Livy and Diego Gamer with a wide open goal. And they'll run down this clock just a little bit too. You saw BC Gaming immediately implode as a composition here. Team Electros surrounded them and crunched them into their spawn.
Good fast about to start, but look at this. Derp stunned out, and the aggression now shining through for Team Electros. Dash shield as well. Rafiki. I love him on these kind of brawls. A lovely dash for the ball. Off the line by Loco.
Coming. Yeah, I am back. Hello, I am back. Fun.
Diego Gamer's got plenty of shield, looking to walk. As a last selection, it is especially dangerous. You look at counters for that. I personally think of something like RT, but to go ahead with something that's not that remarkable and preemptively would be a big risk. Here comes Gene. That's going to be some synergistic play, sitting around some of those teammates, giving them healing. Also looking for pulls. Anyone hanging out of position. Really, only Jae-Young can do that. And I think also just like looking at what we've seen so far from these teams, I'm still anticipating who is going to get that blue star first. By the looks of things, it'll be Derp right now. He'll speed himself towards it. But there's still room for someone else to go ahead and claim it.
I feel like maybe Team Electros would have liked to have had the Jae-Young synergy with that Ollie pick. Bell going to come in. So settling then for the healing of just the G. It could place Ollie in a bit of a tough position here. I think maybe some aggressiveness from Team Electros, maybe some deaths before having that hyper charge might be on their playing card. And in Bounty, that's a really tough game mode to do just that. Really giving over stars continuously and losing the objective in the process and just banking on that big turnaround towards the end. So BC Gaming with the Charlie is a direct shutdown there of the Ollie. I feel like BC Gaming got a fantastic comp. The only weakness for me, really, is that slow reload speed of the Angelo. They've got the maneuverability and the versatility of having that Jae-Young in the mix and the defensiveness of that Charlie into what is a really quite a brutal brawler in the meta right now with the Ollie. But the Bell is a safe pair of hands. It's going to definitely enforce the idea that BC Gaming cannot cluster together. So I like both sides. The Ollie is going to be dependent upon how much they can weevil around this Charlie.
Charlie is, an Ollie counter, but really the only big thing that counters the Ollie is one, of course, be Buster, which is totally absent from this draft, both in picks and in bans. And as you can see, Jubileo is going to get that blue star. Derp could have gotten it, but Jubileo gets it. He's a much safer brawler. He's able to jump away. Team Electros now, as anticipated, will have to play offense for the majority of the game by the looks of things. And you'll see Rafiki trying to stay away from that Charlie, just looking for any supercharge if he can get it. He's going to have to earn it the old-fashioned way, no roughs to support him in that regard. But still, he won't really be able to jump on Loco. Actually, Loco's running spiders, weirdly enough. That actually makes him a way better target for Ollie to go ahead and jump in on.
True, but it also means that Gene's going to have a tougher time landing those shots as well, so it's a bit of a give and take, isn't it? Rafiki really trying his best to push himself forward here, but these taps from Jubileo really are very strong, forcing out the gadget previously as well to jump away from the situation. Now, Diego Gamer has got the pull. Very patient, but then a big miss. Maybe should have gone for that a bit sooner. But nonetheless, Team Electros will stay in position. Rafiki now pushing forwards with the super, will find the hypnosis down to Loco, and that's got to be a takedown, surely.
There it is, but now he's got to be evacuated on the right side. Here comes Search and Rescue. Diego Gamer with that healing radius to get him in the safe area. Rafiki, off of that interaction, has also gotten a super of his own.
And he is
now BC Gaming pushing forward and looking to find that connection. Left-hand side is where they're all clustered, which might give a lot of advantage for Liddy here to land some of these Bell shots. There is just the one star that separates these two teams. So if BC Gaming can time this right, just get that final. As they find a kill, and another missed magic hand by Diego Gamer. They can't keep doing that.
Not at all. They barely got any time to afford here, just 10 seconds remaining. Rafiki's gonna go for it, solo on the Derp, but where's his support? Here comes Diego Gamer on the right side for the kill. Jubileo also in a dangerous position, doesn't have the DPS to get rid of Rafiki. And here comes Diego Gamer with a hypercharge just to keep it safe. That final aggressive push in from BC Gaming falls flat on its face because that's not what this comp is designed to do. They are purely defensive. And when Ollie's able to go in aggressively and be retrieved by his teammates in the same go, that is the win condition for Team Electros.
Soon as Team Electros had that first sign of a kill, they did a very good job of staying firm with it. They've given up the blue star yet again. Going to allow BC Gaming that at least. It's Rafiki and his Liddy double starting this right hand side lane. Loco's so low here. He might go down, he does. And Rafiki's not done yet. He's going to go in. Oh, Wicked Mario comes in clutch for Derp. What a great time for that gadget to come through.
Yeah, miscounted the shots from Derp. If you're going in there as Ollie did, you have to have that interaction calculated. Derp had ammo that he simply wasn't anticipating. It's now a firm advantage for BC Gaming with their 5 stars against just 2 from Team Electros. Here come the spiders on the right side. Loco knows exactly the matchup to go for with these spiders. He's also got to stay clear of Rafiki. especially when he doesn't have that super. Rafiki now circling through, has a super and the gadget ready to be used. Could be useful to have some support from Bell for the next push in. Team Electros are just looking and isolating some point of weakness.
BC Gaming are doing a very good job of just depriving Rafiki of that hypercharge as well, because it takes a while to obtain the Ollie. So good stuff from their side of things and keeping this lead. 3 stars for now. Derp so low though, and now comes Rafiki in, and Derp will go down. Oh, the Cocoon is there, but in the meanwhile, Rafiki gets the double regardless, and it should be an escape here. Maybe he's pushed back. No, it's still 11 stars for BC Gaming, and another push required for Team Electros.
If they get Jubileu, then they will be able to get this one back and win by a tiebreaker. That is a key kill for them, but they got 30 seconds left. It's still enough time to get a couple of kills, especially versus Derp. They could snag him. Loco, not an optimal matchup. Rafiki's circling around so he doesn't use those fighters. Go ahead and take down Loco. That's the emergency. Now Loco pops his super just in the nick of time. Now they got to get Diego Gamer out of here. That's a pull ready for him. Derp, the optimal target for the pull. They'll both get away. Rafiki can dash, but he's going to go ahead and soak up some damage for now. Hypercharge style in. Pulling back. A takedown on Loco. 5 seconds to go. Derp knows that it's done and dusted with the seconds counting down. Team Electros 2-0 style here in set number 3. Taken down in set number 2, but they're right back up like they were never defeated.
Absolutely unreal. And that was the spark that Team Electros needed. You can see it on stage. Really just giving them that boost of which they really did need. Such an exciting set. Unbelievable stuff. Rafiki again. Got to give that man a massive hand. Speaking of hands, Diego Gamer didn't really hit any of his, and that's the 0 on above his head. Does need to come into the next thing a bit more of his worth, but I'm so impressed by Rafiki. You know, a player which is really on the rise, a player that hasn't had the most LAN experience, but boy, oh boy, is he coming out strong today. And I love that. I love that about Brawl Esports, when we have those players that come in and prove their worth. They don't get nervous by the crowd. They put it all aside and they just focus on the job at hand.
Every single member of this Team Electro squad is just brilliant. You see Rafiki making the plays, and you know, he's the aggressive player. He's the tank player for the squad. A lot of teams have actually struggled with that in the past. How do I enable my player that's really the best at tanks? And I think Diego Gamer has been an excellent lane support. He's so stable. And then you have his Livy, just a phenomenal drafter and holding his own lane in the same time. We'll see Rafiki and Diego Gamer, this pairing on the right side. Interesting considering that Diego Gamer is the newest addition to the team, and seeing them play together on lane, I think once more quells the doubts that Diego Gamer, is he really going to fit in on this team?
That's what we were discussing coming into the show, wasn't it? It was about have they had the time on the side of Team Electros to really solidify that unity. And that could have just been an offset for him. This gave him the chance to show a bit better. Maybe G's not the best of brawlers for him, but really in this meta, where Team Electros are thriving is with the up-close and personal brawlers. And that's where BC Gaming need to put a stop to this. They've got to be able to really focus much more attention in out-drafting Rafiki specifically.
It's very, very true. You know what? If it just comes down to Diego Gamer, you don't see a lot of what's happening on screen. This guy never died, right? He provided that healing to Rafiki. The supers, okay, he missed both of them. I'm not going to make too many excuses for him there. But the pressure, they had to get enemies into the corner somehow. Let's get into draft for set number 4. Team Electros on the cusp of victory, just one set away. But BC Gaming have proven that they are ready to step to Team Electros and could very well push us to a set 5.
The double band on both sides, the Kit, the Kaze, the Cordelius, which I think will show a lot more later today. It's definitely one of the biggest brawlers currently in the meta. Pit Stop is a very tough map to be able to deal the defense. You know, it really is. It's very much about offense. I think Shade here, not being banned, is quite key. Yeah, first pick has got to have been there for Team Electros. We saw time and time again in East Asia how just influential that brawler was on this very map. I think BB actually deserves a bit of a shout out now in a much better place since the rework too. I wonder whether that could be on the cards for BC Gaming.
Yes, BC Gaming, give us a South American special and show us why actually BB is a pretty formidable opponent here. She's just made of health, speed, movement, and damage. Once she's on top of that safe, she is a force to reckon with. Could also step to that shade, but can't hit through walls, which is a primary risk. Our team, are they planning a Miko? Are they trying to bait Team Electros into going anti-Miko just to pull out at the last second?
They might just be going super hard in on defense as well. They could be even maybe thinking Jackie potentially here as a shake combo. It could be. It's not my flavor. I think it's a tough time in this series to be able to do this kind of strategy, but maybe I've seen as well all year long, sort of South America, they're not afraid to leave the RT on the safe or bring it forwards as well. So that instant ability to come back to defense, I think makes RT quite relevant as well. Marking the safe, I'm not sure whether that's still a situation which may occur, but let's see as Carl comes in for Team Electros. I mean, it's definitely with the flying hook a brawler that can get behind the field of action. I don't necessarily mind it. On the safe, of course, you can really rebound that pickaxe between the wall, get that ultimate damage in, and just keep that pressure on in that regard. The third final pick coming in.
Okay, well, you pair up with this Carl. Of course, have to mind some of the Carl counters. You see Buzz here every now and then. Pretty much the most difficult thing for Carl to deal with. Draco, they're just going to go for a Draco who's not really supported by anything. But, you know, on pit stop, you can get away with it because you're going to be dealing additional damage to the enemy side on that safe using the correct star power. Now here comes Loco with the bolt. I honestly really like this for BC Gaming, okay? I see a lot of defensive abilities here. I'm a little bit concerned about that RT because he's pretty much hard locked on defense. He will have a hypercharge, you know, at least once during a game to utilize. That'll be able to hit through walls versus Shade. He probably can't escape from it. So I'm seeing the vision here. You mentioned Jackie as a way to deal with the Shade. And yeah, he basically becomes two Jackies. One mobile, one that he's able to move around. Maybe I'm seeing some similarities there.
It's hard to decide which comp I'm favoring, honestly. You got so much defensiveness here for BC Gaming, but they've got to find a way to balance that with offense. Bull, Tools of Rework is one of my favorite brawlers to play, and the only caveat there is the indestructible walls. You can't go straight through the middle anymore, so going to be paying attention to how Loco deals with that. The touch from Derp does feel it against the there at a very important time to do so, but it does leave his Livy on the safe.
Oh man, okay, so as Livy decided to go ahead and bait that super from Derp. Derp now pushing forward in sort of the Jackie form. You see Loco on top of that safe, dropping down the first shield, and Jubileu has the ice cream in position, using the correct gadget to get additional damage. Rafiki now with the super forward will get the defense and now pushes along the right side. David Gamer looking for an optimal lane matchup versus Loco. Is Livy taken down? Loco's this one-man army on the right side, and Rafiki eliminated at the BC Gaming safe, only having taken off 13%.
Oh, what a hypercharge from Derp! Absolutely blowing his Livy to smithereens! Unbelievable from him to keep that defense alive. Derp is doing wonderfully well. Gigago's going to come back in again now and try and get something done with Rafiki, but the time is really dwindling. They've got 2 stages down on the safe, and with the berry there, that ice cream is going to whisper it down so quickly. Now they're almost down to the 1 stage left, as Team Electros are bang in trouble.
It's not looking good for Team Electros. They're almost down to that final shield. Here comes Loco around the left side. Such an awesome matchup for him into his Livy. And now the hypercharge from Rafiki. Looking for 1, now for 2. Onto Barry on the top right. Diego Gamer also attempting to play defense versus Loco. Even had the hypercharge, but Loco is him when it comes to these dashes. Is Livy trying to tank some of these shots and will get the defense. It's down to just 2%. Derp knows that he can get this already. Hypercharge forward, and no connection. Diego Gamer still attempting to defend, but it's a fruitless effort. Jubileu has that last pick of damage. Is BC Gaming taking us to a step 5?
I think if you ask the crowd, they're taking the whole thing. Unreal though. I mean, Derp on those defenses, it was actually Diego Gamer he took down on the Shade, but it was just such an immediate response. Every time he was able to continuously lock down his opposition and go on the aggressive towards the end as well. I think that was, again, something that South America are quite keen to do, get that balance. But I think Electric can be shaken a little bit by this. It's not quite going their way. Let's see now. A big advance on his left-hand side now, utilizing the ice cream of that berry for Loco to be able to advance forward to try to get onto the safe. Rafiki playing this break on defense now. The flames coming in and to force out the heal of the berry gadget too. These flames are not really tickling BC Gaming because these heals are just too strong.
They're on point, and Loco's able to break down these walls. Whenever Shade is in an open area, it is a massive risk. You have to wonder whether Team Electros felt like it's too dangerous to leave this open. It's not going to play well, but we just have to go for it. Well, Diego Gamer's looking for a little kill here on the Loco. That's going to be sort of an attempt from Jubileu to keep him alive, but it does not come true. Now Diego Gamer, finally, some damage on that enemy side. Derp attempting to get in range also, but now the hypercharge round from his Livy is going to be the priority. Derp now in with a super, totally fruitless. Diego Gamer now with a hypercharge ready to move. The base race is in full swing, but it's looking good for Team Electros.
Damage rains in, and that is enough for Team Electros to be able to equalize this set So a match point for them. That is huge.
Yes,
I don't know if they feel less convinced by this comp, but that was a much better way to approach the set. If they can just get one more in the bag and deprive this 5th and final set occurrence. Because if it's there, I feel like the crowd is going to ignite BC Gaming. It'll be so tough. This has got to be the place to steal that final nail in the coffin.
Match point, and Team Electros have figured out how to play into this BC Gaming strategy. That's how they took it down in game number 2. They knew that they had to play as pretty much a big blob. They're looking for those early game interactions to go ahead and get some supers of their own. Is Livy now pushing forward? This is actually looking really close to game number 1. In fact, this exact thing happened on the left lane in game number 1. But Rafiki unusually has snuck around the right side, and he's going to be dodging these shots from Derp. Meanwhile, on the home front for Team Electros, it's a lot of damage coming in. Now, past that 75% mark, and the first shield is faded out.
Good start here for Team Electros. Rafiki now healing up. Diego Kevin coming in now with the hypercharge as well. Huge taps to the BC Gaming stage. 2 stages down. This nigga on the right-hand side now is going to place Derp in a very tough spot. Hot coals on the stage as well. And another stage potentially about to fall if they keep these taps going up. Diego Gamer comes in, forces out the hypercharge there of Derp. And the stage is really in trouble on both sides. They've left Loco on the top side as well. It's neck and neck.
Hardly a tempo lead. Team Electros have got that shield still. That next push in from BC Gaming is going to be interrupted by some timing. Diego Gamer now looking for additional damage as Livy trying to bait out a super from Loco. He's absolutely going to get it, whether by taking damage or by dealing damage. But Team Electros are playing so safe around this. Is Livy now in from the right side, that pickaxe swinging. Rafiki now super as well. Jubileu attempts for the takedown. Rafiki eliminated and Loco ready for the defense, but Diego Gamer is smacking this through the safe as Livy just needs a couple more shots. Diego Gamer for the final shot. Team Electros, this ragtag band of brawlers, barely making it here to the last chance qualifier, have proven that they deserve to be in the winner's bracket.
A shot to the heart of this home region as North America kick things up strong and dampen out the cheers. Well, what a battle, what a fight. BC Gaming had it all. This was a match which thoroughly deserved to go to the 5th and final set, but Team Electros knew they could not afford to do it, because that could have been a very different story if it had gone the distance.
Silence here in Sao Paulo. You heard how loud that crowd was during the victory from BC Gaming, and when they nearly brought us to a set number 5, the hometown heroes are going to have to make some magic happen in their second match in the group stage, where they'll be facing the other losing team here in the opening matches. Looking at the stats, though, you can see just how strong Derp was on that defense. Jubileu doing tremendous damage, and Loco so many times dominating the matchup versus as Livy or even Shade opening up the map gradually. I really thought that BC Gaming would bring us to a set 5.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like that could have very much been the case. I mean, the way that they were playing was absolutely phenomenal and really giving a fighting chance of taking it the distance, but wasn't to be. On the other side of the bracket, it looks like Papara Supermassive got the win over KDS Esports. That pushes them forwards to the matchup there on the winner's side of things for KDS and BC Gaming now. Only one more shot left.
It's very true. KDS and BC Gaming will produce a victor for round number 3 for tomorrow. Both of our teams came into this first match hoping it would be the only one that they have to play today. And now they're going to have to do one more, a little bit of prep. We'll see Supermassive versus Team Electros play tomorrow as well.
And we're going to see Totem versus Chapter of Happiness next. You won't want to miss it. Make sure to tune in again or stay around. You have 30 seconds to get to us next.
I don't have snack, but I'm going to have them. That no, still screaming doesn't interrupt. That and then watch for this live.